And we are live! Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, and thank you so much for coming to the fabulous and historic Ming Lounge and the even more fabulous and historic Republic Cafe. Come on through, darling. You are always welcome in here. It's one of our favorite comedians. We're going to try and get her to a set later on tonight. She's got a great one about the side dishes. It's terrific. You guys, it is fabulous. Well, I am Christopher Boatwright. I am one of your hosts this evening. Our other host, and joining us later on will be Amy Phillips. Let's give it up for Amy this evening, you guys. Oh my goodness, we got some new faces in here tonight. Some old faces I haven't seen in a long. Not old faces. I mean, same age as my face, and this shit is fabulous, and so is that. God damn it. Sitting keeps you young as shit. You know what? You know what makes you guys look old? This is a little bit of a dark reference. You guys know me, right? You want to know what makes you look old? Hate in your heart makes you look old, and I know this. I know this because remember the New Zealand fucking killer? You guys look him up in the fucking news, 28 years old, looks like a regular at this fucking bar. Not a good look, man. Not a good look. The world is going nuts. Are you guys ready for war? Are you guys ready for war? Come on, man. Hey, who speaks Persian? Who speaks Farsi, you guys? Because you'll be learning some fucking words in Farsi real fucking soon. I don't know. They're going to learn drone strike. I think that's the one. God damn, it sucks. What the fuck happened, man? Is America like having some contest like Britain? Where's what we're doing? We're having some kind of contest with you guys. We're like, oh, you voted, well, we got our guy with the funny hair, and then you guys are, we'll get a guy with funny fucking hair too. Yeah. Forget the communists, right? Forget British Party. We're not going to vote for Corbyn at all because he's a little too Irish, and we don't like that shit. Come on. We remember the trouble still over there. So you guys voted to reaffirm. Sorry. You guys voted to reaffirm. I got it in fucking stereo. I am fucked. I am fucked if I go too far. Wait, what football teams am I not supposed to insult, you glassing motherfuckers? Glassing's what British people do. It's like hello in it's Glasgowian. And I said Britain, not England, goddamn. What the fuck was it though? We're like, oh, you guys voted for the Boris? Okay, well, watch what we're gonna do this week. Hey, look what happened, man. It's fucking great. It's like we're in a contest with our dad, you know? It's like, oh, fuck you, Dad. We're going to war then. God damn it. So fucking annoying. Oh, my God. I'm joining the Islamic Revolutionary Guard. I think I've just decided. I don't know. I like their badge. It's got like a gun on it and shit. That's real cool. Guns are fucking great, you guys. I'm a leftist that's into guns, which means that, like, I'm a prepper, but we don't call it that. We call it disaster preparedness, right? It's the same as prepping, but our shit's orange instead of camouflage. But it's the exact same. It's the exact same fucking stuff. You guys, I hope you're ready for some comedy tonight. We brought some fabulous people out here to see you tonight. We got some good friends, some new friends, some old friends in here. But let's give it up for our first friend this evening. I think you're going to enjoy him. Let's give it up for the comedy stylings of Mr. James Fitz, everybody.
Yeah, thank you very much, everybody. So a few things up top that Boatwright was talking about. First, he said he didn't have any jokes about... Did I turn the mic off?
No, it's on.
He was warning me about that's really first. You always gotta check if the mic is on. That's first. Second, Boatwright said he didn't have any jokes about Diet Coke. Come on over here. He's got a joke about everything. So, Diet Coke. I think it's funny, Diet Coke. Cause it's like, it's like you order Diet Coke, right? And you're like, all better. Right? That'll fix it. You know, it doesn't hardly make a difference. Anyway, so I got these juggling balls here. Cause, yeah, my brother, he saw this guy who was a juggler, right? And he was like, wow, you know, I saw this guy who's like a juggler and a comedian, right, at the same time. And he was like, the guy, he wasn't that good of a juggler, you know, but also not that funny. So, and he was like, you know, you put them together, and it, you know, it wasn't that bad, you know. So I was thinking, you know, my juggling skills, I'd maybe like a 2, right? But you add that to whatever my comedy is. Oh no. Dude, the nice thing about adding comedy to juggling is that it's kind of funny when you drop the ball, you know, instead of sad, you know, because you're a bad juggler. You know, the expectations are so low of my juggling that the comedy, you know, it doesn't even need to be that, I'm not even really saying anything funny. You know, if you think about it closely, don't think about it too closely before mentioning it. Pay attention to the balls going up and down. That's where the entertaining part is. You know, because it's like, whoa, they might fall at any moment, you know? At any, at that moment probably, you know? Yeah, I saw it coming. I shouldn't have said that, you know? That probably made it happen, you know? But I like juggling, you know? I like juggling because it's like spinning plates. Yeah?
Better, no glasses.
You gotta keep them in the air, you know? I like describing things with like more obscure things, you know? Anyway, so I was walking down the street in the rain the other day, and you know when you're walking down the street in the rain, and then you go under the awning to avoid the raindrops on your head, right?
Yeah.
But then you don't go all the way under the awning, and you accidentally go under that like drip line where there's all the extra drips. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh man, isn't that great? Trying to be optimistic this year. So I flipped it. It's great now. I love the drips on my head, you know? It's like Chinese water massage. Flipping it, you know? Positive. Anyway, what else is new with me? Y'all remember Reba?
Yeah.
Remember Reba? What's been going on with Reba lately? Haven't heard from her, you know? What's been going on? She used to have it all. Oh, man. That wasn't when I wanted to do that. I had like a... Anyway, so what's up with Reba? Yeah, not so much with Reba, I guess. I guess that's the sign that a joke is bad, when I drop the ball. That's a good way to... I don't even need an audience, really. I just need to juggle. And I'll know. This is great for me. Anyway, what else have I been thinking about? You guys know Rumpelstiltskin? Rumpelstiltskin? Yeah. He's a character, you know? He's a real character, that guy, Rumpelstiltskin. Oh, man, I wish I was a little bit better at this juggling. But just a little, only a little bit, you know? I don't want to be great. But Rumpelstiltskin, he's a character, you know, that guy. He's a real story character from the stories. And I was thinking about him. What a magical ability he has. You know, he can turn the straw into gold. You ever think about that? That's pretty good, you know? Way better than the Midas touch. You know, you got some discretion there. You know, there's plenty of straw to turn into gold, you know? But then I was thinking, you know, what happens when you have all the gold you want? You start wanting the kids. I don't know why it is, but it seems to be the way things are going these days. They taught it to us young, you know. That's character. The firstborn child. You know. He was cruel, that Rumpelstiltskin, you know. Because he made the mom guess. He made her guess his name, you know? He made her guess for 3 days. Can you imagine that? 3 whole days of just guessing names? I think you'd go crazy, right? After like maybe hour 1. You'd be like, is it Robert? Is it Michelle with an L? Is it A? Give me my child back. That's probably what she'd be saying. Anyway, anything more about did anyone actually hear about Reba? Did anyone look up Reba?
She died.
Is she doing alright?
I'll look it up.
Alright, well, this is how I learn information. Oh, the other one. Who are the people in the bottom layer of hell besides Judas? Does anyone know? Anyone know that one?
Reba McEntire?
No, the other Reba.
He asked. I'm just being.
All right, I'm gonna go. I've been James Fitz. Thank you very much.
James Fitz, everyone. Someone say children. I am a Satanist. I'm not really a Satanist, but I am on the spectrum. I usually just lead with that because I don't like being around children, and that's the quickest way to accomplish that goal. And they're like, thanks. Mommies. Has anyone seen Mommy Dearest?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's one of my favorite movies. I like to play it for my mom every Mother's Day. I'm just like, oh, and she's like, And Joan Crawford does such a great job in that movie, beating her child with a wire hanger. No more wire hangers! And I'm like, too late. Like 7 years, 5 months too late. That's not how you beat a child with a wire hanger. I thought we were trying to make abortion great again. Okay, that wasn't a joke about abortion, that was a joke about craftsmanship. I'm guessing she also failed other classes in school. Speaking of good craftsmanship with children, I want to talk about John Wayne Gacy. Because he really nailed it. Really showed his work. I would like to bring up our next comedian who does a great job with children as well as comedy. Hannah S.K.
I don't know how to use this mic at all. What do I do? Do I gotta turn the computer on?
Push your left.
It's too much work.
I know.
This is comedy. I shouldn't have to use my brain. Are we like going to war or something? Is that like a thing? I don't really watch the news. I don't know. Anyways, I had a weird moment at the bar the other night where I had someone decline me buying them a drink, and it was weird because I didn't offer to buy them a drink, which made it really uncomfortable. Like, it turned out to be like an innocent misunderstanding, like someone I knew, but like, to me though, it felt kind of like if you're like in elementary school and you like ask someone if they want to play kickball and they hand you a note that says, do I like you? Yes, no, maybe, and they've already circled no. Like, what the fuck did I ask you? Like, how did we get here? Why am I getting rejected from something I didn't put myself out there for? You guys have to share your food. But yeah, that's fun. You know, like the cliche, like if you're like out at like a bar with your friends or something, and like maybe there's like someone you have a crush on or something, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to them. And you're like, I don't know what I'm gonna talk to them, and like your friend's like, what's the worst that could happen? Like that rejection of like, you know, is the worst that can fucking happen, right? Like people don't like it so much they just fucking don't do it, and it's like you're just standing there like, all right, fuck it, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna chicken out. I'm not gonna say anything to anybody. And then out of nowhere, someone comes up and taps you on the shoulder and like, hey, I don't want to fuck you, and walks away. And like, how did we get here? Like I don't understand. Yeah, good times, good times. Yeah. So. My two boys have synced up their poops. Yeah, I don't know if you guys knew that was a thing. It's exactly how it fucking sounds. When one of them has to poop, the other one has to poop. And they're 3 and 7. And in my house, like next to our toilet, there's a little toddler potty. So they literally sit next to each other and hang out while they poop. And it's fucking adorable for the most part. The only problem is that the toddler potty isn't used anymore except for in this context. And the toddler potty is essentially a bucket that I get to clean out afterwards. I don't know how much shit you guys clean up on a daily basis. I hope it's less than me. You guys remember how funny shit was when you were 7?
Yes.
Like, it's still fucking funny now. It's just when you're 7, it's on fucking steroids. Like, it's so fucking funny. My 7-year-old's in this phase right now where 90% of what he says is the word butthole. And I'm not exaggerating. Like, he's just running around the house remixing every song he's ever heard, replacing every single word with the word butthole. Just like running around the house, butthole, 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 eat my butthole. No, we don't say that. Don't say that. Why don't we? Just don't fucking say eat my butthole. Like, what do people like actually? No, just don't fucking say eat my butthole. Okay, don't fucking say it. You know, and then at the same time, my 3-year-old overheard someone somewhere say shut the fuck up. My older 2 thought it was hilarious, so now he won't stop fucking saying it. And I don't know if you guys know how hard it is to get a 3-year-old to stop saying something, but it's fucking impossible. Like, my thing though is like, I don't know where the fuck my kids are hearing these fucking swear words from. Like, it's a fucking mystery to me. It's probably fucking TV and video games, though. You know, it's the only place they could ever hear this shit. Yeah. So I moved here from Texas a while back, and I don't know, like, whenever I tell people in Portland I moved here from Texas, they get really fucking excited about Austin, which is not where I moved from. I moved here from Houston. People like to compare, I don't know, what are you, Ugly in Houston or Austin, or both, or the entire state of Texas, like, because it all sucks. I think with like the whole keep it weird thing, people want to compare the 2 cities. I just think they're different. I just think they're both weird, but like in really different ways. You know, I think Austin, in my opinion, is weird like Kanye West. You know, where like there's no denying he's weird, but more than anything else, he's a fucking asshole, right? Like, that's the kind of weird I think Austin is, whereas Portland's weird like a Japanese game show. Like, especially if you don't speak the language. Like, you're just watching like, what the fuck am I looking at? But why can't I look away, right? I don't know. I like Portland. I like Portland better than Houston. I can do things in Portland that I couldn't really do in Houston, like walk late at night. Where like in Houston, I was robbed with a box cutter, which is a true story. I was getting off the train with my bike, and a crackhead hopped on the pegs on my bike and told me to keep riding. And we don't need to worry about the fact that I had pegs on my bike, okay? Because everyone makes mistakes when they're younger, okay? Pegs on my bike, I'm not proud of it. Like, did you have pegs on your bike, Bo, right? Yeah, of course you did. Yeah, like, I don't know, like, just everything like important, like, even your open mics are, like, really cool. Like, I went to San Francisco and did an open mic there, and a fight broke out really quick. And, like, I've been to the Bay Area a couple of times, and I heard, like, Oakland was the rougher part of, the Bay Area, and I was like, if this is the shit that happens at San Francisco open mics, like, what the fuck happens in Oakland open mics? Like, I imagine, instead of, like, getting a light, you know, like, usually you get a light at an open mic when you have a minute left. There's a good example. I timed that out perfectly, on purpose. I just imagine, like, in Oakland, instead of getting a light, you just hear the safety on the host's gun go off. Which is obviously a joke, because real gangsters don't use safeties. That's why you always hear about them shooting their dicks off and stuff, right? You guys don't know about this? You guys have never heard about people sticking guns in their pants and shooting their dicks off? Maybe I watch more news than you guys. All right, I'm Hannah. Thanks.
Hey, SK, everybody, let's keep it going. Oh my God! I actually misheard you. No, I got pegged on my bike one time. That cool red BMX shit was a little after my time. God damn you guys! I actually saw. It's really funny. I was on. This is already gonna be the embarrassing thing. I was on Reddit, and I don't get laid. You already know that. It's fine. It's fine. I was on Reddit, and I actually saw Hannah's video from that club. And here's the thing. Yeah, I saw that. Did I message you when I saw the video? I saw the fucking video, and I'm like, yeah, the guy was on his fucking cell phone, really talking loud, and people were like, I can't believe this guy got assaulted. I was the only fucking in there. I'm like, did you see him talking through his fucking cell phone? Don't come to HotBox and try that fucking shit, dude. We'll fuck you up in this room. We don't fuck around. We had attempted crack deals in here. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Because here's the thing, man. People who abuse like hardcore shit like that cannot fight. I mean, they can't. So it's like beating up a child, but you're morally allowed to do it. It's great. It's really fucking fun. Sometimes people do fight you though. Has anybody called 911 recently? Anybody get assaulted and had to call? Fuck all you privileged cocksuckers. Here's the thing about 911 people. We live in a very woke, Portland's a very woke, PC kind of, I don't even like that word PC, because usually when people say PC, they say it, I just mean it. We're like, we're very conscious of the language we use in this fucking city. But you know who's not into it? You know who's not feeling it? 911 operators. They aren't having that shit, man. I was like, hi, I just got assaulted at my front door. Right out of her fucking mouth. What color was he? I am not comfortable with that question. Where are you going with this? What do you say? Color? We don't say that, but what? I don't know where this person, I don't know what their ethnic extraction was, and I could hear her fucking eyes roll in her head. I swear to God, I thought, she's going to say, do you do comedy or something? What the fuck is wrong with you? This is a 911 call. You're not going to get booked off of this, you fucking clown. Just tell me what the fuck you look like. She was not having it. It was fucking hilarious. Oh my God. Guy couldn't fight, but I lost my wind. I actually had to have the person I was with at the time like, can you get my hammer for me? And then I legitimately started swinging a hammer at this person's head, and he didn't go away right away. Real big indicator that there's something wrong with that guy. I don't know. Maybe he saw the hammer was not in great shape. I don't know. I didn't connect, and I was like, it's like in hindsight, it's one of those things where you're like in the moment, you're like, I'm gonna cave in this guy's head with a hammer, and then later on you're having hyperventilating, like, I almost caved somebody's head in with a hammer. It's the same sentence with two different emphases entirely. Oh my God, you guys know who I love. This next guy coming up to the stage. I'm required by Talmudic tradition to give this guy deference and respect because he is, as we call it the Jewish tradition, my bitch child. And I love him so much. He's a good little man. He keeps me laughing. He keeps me happy. He even gave me a ride here tonight. So sexy. Oh, he gets laid now too, you guys. This guy fucks. Let's give it up for George Rosenbaum.
It's very true. I do fuck now. Hey everybody, how you doing tonight? Oh God. Don't make fun of Texas too much. I grew up in San Antonio, and it was a nice little suburb there. But it actually got better after I left. See, Ozzy Osbourne peed on the Alamo. And but I think that the drugs in his urine brought the Confederate ghosts back from the grave. So yeah, tourism's been really good, but I guess it just took a little while for the acid in his pee to wake up Robert E. Lee. So, oh well. Yeah, I'm a Texan, but I'm also a Jew, so we were known as the house that makes brisket wrong. Yeah. I actually did my bar mitzvah in the Golan Heights of Israel in 2005. Kind of a sacred place. Here's why that's significant. Only a couple of months after I did the ceremony there, that exact spot where I read the Torah got attacked by Hezbollah. I would have been captured if it was just a couple of months later, and I think God wanted that, but he messed up the timing, and now I'm not a man. I was supposed to get Rambo training. This sucks. Now I'm this little boy because of a cosmic error. Fuck you, God. Where's my facial hair? I want to grow this stupid stuff. Alright, that's about all I had off the top of my head. Now I'm going to read from a list, and the rest of this is going to suck. Alright, welcome to List Jokes. You ever wash your hands while you're listening to music, but an advertisement comes on and you can't shut it off with your wet hands? Yeah, that happened to me during a Scientology commercial. Yeah, and here's the thing, when a commercial goes on for a length of time, it makes Google think that you like that advertisement, so it'll let the advertiser know that you're really into them. So I'm afraid of Scientology now because they're going to probably start sending me pamphlets and then eventually a severed head. I'm not okay with that at all. Oh boy. You know, I'm glad that Eddie Murphy's getting work again. I'm glad that Eddie Murphy's in the spotlight. Do you guys remember back when he was doing comedy way back in the day when he had that like crazy leather jacket and all that shit? Yeah. Apparently he had a lot of really homophobic jokes, and then later he was caught with a transvestite hooker in his car. Yeah. See, I have a theory about that. I think it was a plant. Yeah. And let's just say that Dave Chappelle's gonna get caught with one too soon. Yeah. Don't piss off the Atlantic too much. So there was this comic by the name of Keith Cameron who I invited into my home because he was homeless, and 3 months of unpaid rent later, I'm still holding the bag. Yeah, it kind of. The worst part was when we started noticing that like video games were missing from my friend's room. But at this point, I was so Stockholm syndromed up that I didn't even want to challenge him on the obvious theft happening around me. Because maybe if he steals enough stuff, he can pay rent. See, that makes it better. He paid rent. I think that the joke hit slightly wrong, and everyone knows that it's funny, but they can't laugh because they're waiting for the thing that already happened to happen. So I was scrolling through my Facebook newsfeed, and there was this child who was diagnosed with leukemia, and they had to get T-shirts made in order to do a fundraiser for the kid. And those T-shirts read on the front, "Will you marrow me?" Hey, it's better than the first round of T-shirts. Those read, "Will you bone me?" I think that's all I got for tonight. I've been George Rosenbaum. Thank you and good night. Please give it up for Amy Phillips.
God, I love his voice. Texas. I actually lived in Texas for 10 years. Yeah, I still have all my teeth. And I was going to do a quick... I really like seeing how fast I can lose a job if I don't like, besides the obvious of like, and I worked in the jewelry industry for a while, and there was a time where they said, oh yeah, you can do everything with a laser welder. I'm like, I don't know how to use a laser welder. And they're like, yeah, you just step on the thing and aim at it, and you can like re-tip right on top of an emerald. I'm like, okay. Awesome, so I'm doing some jewelry in there, and you're looking at it under a microscope, crosshairs, and I'm like, just building up metal over this beautiful sapphire. And I watch light and electricity blow a complete hole right through this sapphire. And I was so impressed. Only it was like the IMAX of my failures because it was under magnification. Where I'm like, oh god, now I have to go tell somebody. My favorite job that didn't go very well, what was very fun for me, was being a phone sex operator. I know, but it was almost a sport to me to see how fast I could get these guys off the phone. And he was like, tell me what it's like to have sex with you. And I was like, okay. Have you ever tried to move a mattress? By yourself? Like up a flight of stairs and around a corner? I'm not, I'm more like a futon. It was really boring, everyone slept on it, blah blah. I would like to bring up one of my favorite comedians, and yeah, I can't get enough of her. I can't get enough of us sticking this in here either. Rachel Miles.
Give it up for Amy. Give it up for this fucking microphone, alright? Huh? Happy fucking New Year. We're in the New Year. Happy New Year. I was admiring your hair when I walked in, so I'm glad you're sitting here now and I get to tell you and shit.
Thank you.
Yeah, what'd you do for New Year's? What'd you do?
Party with the fam.
Party with the fam. Fuck yeah. I partied with myself. I took a bath. I was in the bath at midnight. Yeah, that's why I don't even own a bath, and I was in somebody else's bath. I was in somebody else's bath. I brought all my shit over to my friend's house, my candles and all my fucking potions and my brujeria, and I was fucking burning sage in this bitch's bathtub like it was mine. Casting spells. Yes. I love your leopard print too. I love it. I love your color. You like my coat? You like my coat?
Baby,
Thank you.
rocking
I stole it. I want to be my friend. Oh, all right. It's a little hot in here. Yeah, that's right. I don't shave my underarms, but that's all. I started doing that before I moved to Portland. I love it because I love being a fucking bad, sexy bitch and shit. And then I take my clothes off and motherfuckers be like, "Oh, you don't shave." And I'm like, "Yeah, motherfucker, you didn't know you was turned on by that, did you? Huh? You didn't know you liked a hairy bitch, huh? I'm turning motherfuckers out. I'm turning them out. That's what I'm doing. Oh. Yeah. Let's see. Let's talk about some shit. I'm 34 years old. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm 34 years old. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm one of 7 children. I'm the only one who doesn't have kids. I know, that's wild, right? Fucking being Puerto Rican and not having kids, that's like winning the lottery or something. You know? It's like being the first of your family to graduate from college. But I didn't graduate from college. I just didn't push a bunch of bastards out my pussy. Oh, it's crazy. I don't want kids. I made a conscious decision not to have kids because I don't believe in child abuse. Thank you. Oh, but my uterus, that bitch wants babies though. She wants babies. She wants babies bad. This bitch, she come busting in every fucking month like Osama bin Laden and shit, you know? Just like, the walls fall if there's no baby in the hall. Bitch, pay up. She come busting in every month like a fucking bank robber, taking the building hostage. Like, give us the baby, give us the baby, give us the baby, give us the baby. You got a baby? You got any babies in here? Anybody got any babies? You got a baby? Let me get a baby. Let me get a baby. You got a baby? Come on, give us the baby, give us the baby. And I'm like, bitch, nobody's gonna give you a baby if you ask like that. But I would never hurt a baby. I would never hurt a baby that wasn't my own. You know? She's just like, give us the baby, give us the baby, give us the baby, give us the baby. And I'm like, I don't want a baby, so I'm like 9 abortions deep, I don't want a fucking baby and shit. Like, I don't want no fucking baby. But she over here just like scream, give us the baby, give us the baby, give us the baby. And I'm like, I don't want a baby, I want to quit smoking cigarettes, you know? I don't smoke anymore because you blow that smoke in my face though. Can I just get a little whiff? Can I just bum a baby? Can I just get a drag off that baby? Can I just get a sniff of that baby? Give us the baby. Oh. Oh. I feel like, yeah. I've been thinking a lot about 11/22/63. 11/22/63. That's the day that JFK was shot. Yeah, I know. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's the day that JFK was shot. It was a Friday. It was the Friday before Thanksgiving. Which I'm just like, whoa. Lee Harvey Oswald must have hated Thanksgiving. He must have just fuck this to the Kennedys and their nice family. I came from a broken home. Okay, alright, this isn't working. Okay, it was funnier in my head. I thought it was so funny in my fucking head. Oh, fears, right? Fears. We all got fears. Everybody's got fears, right? What's one of your fears? You don't look like you're afraid of shit.
I'm not.
Yeah, I know. You're a bad bitch, huh?
Spiders.
Yeah, I know, right? They're cute.
Snakes.
I know. I want to be like you. Okay. Fears. My dad confided in me his worst fear when he was on his deathbed. Yeah, he turned to me in the hospital and he was like, Rachel, I'm really glad I know I'm going to die of cancer. because I was always afraid I was going to die from getting stabbed to death. And I was like, motherfucker, it's not too late. You're pretty helpless in that hospital bed and shit, you know? Oh, yeah. I used to be afraid that I was gonna die at like a party and shit, and then people were gonna be afraid to call the cops, so they just rolled me down a hill. Nobody knows what happened to Rachel. That was until I got attacked by a dog. Yeah, that was fucking scary. And I had to drop out of the comedy show because of it. I was like, I can't do the dog. I can't do the dog because I got attacked by a show. And he was like, oh my God, that's my worst fear. And I was like, holy shit. It wasn't even on my fucking radar. Like, I had no clue I was supposed to be afraid of dogs. Now I gotta look at dogs like I look at men and shit. Just like, oh, you're cute, but you could kill me. Yeah. And it was like, it is sad. It was sad because I love dogs. Like, I love dogs so much I wanted to be a veterinarian when I grew up. I mean, I found out that they put dogs down. And I was like, I don't want to be a veterinarian. So I'm thinking about being a veterinarian again. All right, I'm Rachel Miles. Thank you.
Rachel Miles, everybody, let's get it going. Oh, she is fabulous. Oh, we're big fans of Rachel in here. You guys. Oh my goodness. I had a friend of mine post recently, and people get sentimental around the holidays. They want to show their kindness, their goodness, and they post memes because that's how you do it. And he posted, this is an old one, it's a classic meme. Do you guys remember the crying Indian? The guy who was litter really bummed that guy out, right? This is a great thing about the internet. It's like, that's all bullshit. Did you know? Yeah, the guy's real name's like something like Giuseppe Palermo. No offense. No offense. I gotta really not go in on Italians right now. You know, here's the thing, man. Because here's the thing, like, I've made fun of Italians. I work for Italians. And people are like, well, that's not, you shouldn't make fun of Italians. And I'm like, I don't know, man. They're not great, I mean, it's the thing. Like, you guys are great. You're the good ones. The ones I work for are the kinds that hire Jews, and they're just not classically the best fucking Italians. Like, Scorsese makes a lot of movies about these kinds of fucking Italians, And I said, I'm like, well, I said, Jimmy Carr, I think it made a good point. He said, there's no civilized nation in the world that considers Italian to be white people. And here's the thing is that if you disagree with that, you're racist as shit. I think. I don't know, I did the math at one point. I'm not really a math guy. There's three things, if there's three things I know about myself, is I'm not good at math. That's about it. Actually, I guess that sort of proves the first point I think I was making there. You guys, oh my goodness. I recently got somebody kind of criticized me because I referred to my mustache as a retarded mustache. And the guy said, you're not supposed to say retarded. And I understand that. And he said, you should. And I said, well, I understand that. I don't like my mustache. And they, well, you should say it's an idiotic mustache. And I said, but aren't all retarded people idiots? So aren't you really just doubling down? I'm not judging. It's not a moral judgment. We're just talking about how stupid my mustache looks. I say if your parents called me that in high school, I get to say it now. Oh my goodness, you guys. Callbacks. I've had this conversation before because I say that word a lot. So I'm a prick. You guys, coming to the stage is somebody I very much enjoy. Let's give it up to the multi-talented, the fabulous dresser, the snappy talker, the smooth walker, Miss Brent Pringles! Brent
Alright, let's get this out of the way now. If you guys, I know you all want to take pictures, so. Thank you. I used to believe in aliens, but then I watched that show, Ancient Aliens, and now I don't anymore. It ruined it for me. Like, the guy with crazy hair is always going on and on about ancient texts, and I'm like, on YouTube there's video of UFOs. It's way more interesting than your dusty old scroll. I have you guys ever seen A Beautiful Mind? This is my insanity paper for today. Oh yes, I got the whole joke suite now. So you guys know Rasputin?
Yeah.
I want this out of here.
Push button, front.
Push button? See, this is... Oh, no one tells you that. See, I love this microphone. I'm obsessed with old-timey music, and this is just extraordinary. Anyway, Rasputin. He had a huge dick, and he believed in, like, sex magic, which a lot of dark magic people do. And you can look it up. His dick is in a jar, in, like, a giant pickle jar in brine. And it's the second Rasputin dick. They're all certain that the second one is the real one somehow, but the first one ended up being a giant sea cucumber. And like they're both really, it's really gross. But I feel bad for the creep who bought the first penis, and like he takes it home and he takes it out of the pickle juice, and he starts sucking it, and he's like, oh. This is a sea cucumber. Clearly, this is a sea cucumber, not Rasputin's dick. Disgusting. I love conspiracy theories, but I hate calling them that. You know, it sounds, insulting. I prefer to call it the truth. I am certain, with irrefutable evidence, that there's a worldwide pedophile network at work, and it's obvious, and everyone's just like, I'm not a part of polite society anymore because I went bankrupt and I don't work, I got a disability case, and so I'm just constantly bringing up at like family dinners and stuff, and it's ostracizing, but I refuse to stop talking about it because I have nothing to lose. I really want to die, so I always talk shit about the CIA on stage. I'm like, George H.W. Bush was a pedophile. The CIA invented crack. Hasn't happened yet. I don't think they're very interested in me. My theory, I've read a lot of biographies about John F. Kennedy and his assassination, and considering all the evidence, my theory is that JFK acted alone. Finally, got no millennials here. They do not like my material. Oh man, this is weird. You guys know Bobby Fischer? He was famous chess player, and everyone labeled him like delusional schizophrenic. And when they was doing a championship against one of the Russian grandmasters, he kept pausing the game because they said the cameras were bothering him. He said that there was some kind of electromagnetic, possibly, disturbance that they were trying to mess with his mind. And everyone laughed him off the face of the earth. But now with the Me Too movement, maybe he was right. Because the government, the CIA, and the Russia both have experimented with mind control, and maybe he was right. Anyway, he was an anti-Semite, though, so I don't endorse him at all. Let's see, it's always hard picking the last joke. They're all so good. I have a Social Security case going for disability. I qualify because I was working and then I got very ill. But it's kind of like the world's longest job interview. And like they're mad at you for even applying. They're like, fuck, we gotta take the Craigslist ad down. It's the only job interview where you have to display a lack of skills and abilities. Let's delve into the insanity paper. They say you can tell mental illness by your handwriting, and if so, and my God, I don't trust anything I say anymore. Rasputin's dick, Rasputin dick. Anyway, yeah, I think the mind control thing's possible because clearly Trump is mind controlled by the Russians. Like, they're just like pushing buttons, and he's like, ugh, puke. Like, I don't know. You should look into it. I like to believe a lot of zany stuff, but if I feel an irrefutable confidence about something, I try to designate that from all the weird stuff. So I don't know if aliens exist. I really don't know. I don't know if Bigfoot exists. I don't care if he does. I'm like, oh great, another monkey, awesome. But oh, man, it really bothers me, and I'm drunk, and it just. You guys should look into it. They're all Satan. There's a theory that they're Luciferian, Masonic people. And so when you said you were a Satanist, I was like, oh God, the children. And then you started talking about children, and I was like, oh, they eat them, exactly. She's mouthing eating a baby. See, it doesn't matter if you believe in the devil or if you believe in magic, because they do. People out there believe it, and you gotta watch the fuck out. My name's Breton, Breton. Add me on Facebook, and we'll be friends.
Awesome. Thank you, Breton. That was my first time. And you guys know how good I am in bed now that I already told you all the stories. But today, I did learn that bangbros.com is not a haircutting tutorial. I didn't even know what to do. I was like, I mean, this girl is going on like after these two guys like battle ropes. There was a little like Hands Across America too. She's looking very homeschooled. I became very jealous, so I'm like, shit, I gotta pick up where I left off, because I left off with like, move the futon up the stairs around the corner. And I'm like, oh shit, she's talking dirty and all this stuff. I'm like, I don't know how to talk dirty. And where do you fucking practice? I go to a dog park. I don't have a dog, I just go to a dog park. And I walk in and I just like bust in there and I'm like, get over here, you fucking bitches. And I'm like, touch it. It's really exciting. They love it. They're really into ass to mouth. Like if I accidentally touch one of them and that they all want to smell it. And I'm like, yeah, you fucking like that? And they're like, yeah. And then I'm like, run over, I grab a pug, breastfeed. Move on to the next one. Before, my favorite porn was POV cooking shows. Because I'm just like watching the hands do all the work that I could just sit there and be lazy. I'm like, you just cut like 3 onions, yeah, and I'm not crying. Very productive. I would like to bring up our next comedian, local, shows up every time, looking forward to what he has to say, Talon Stanley.
Sorry, yeah, how nice. Everybody give it up for our gracious host, Mr. Ari Shafir. The only person that would have got that wasn't listening, so you guys are good. I got married. I know it's hard to believe. I know what you're thinking. How did he get married to a human person? And I have no fucking idea. I look like Charlie Sheen did cake, not Coke. I love my wife, but she's very, sometimes she can get a little bit emotional, like a lot of women. But the other day, she knows what I'm talking about, and she's like starting to cry right now. She hit a squirrel the other day, and it ruined her fucking day. Now, she ran it over, and while it is sad, it was hilarious. Because she started going into this emotional, I guess you could call it a rant, but she's like, what if it was a mommy or a daddy squirrel bringing home food for the kids that had kids, and the kids didn't get their dinner because I hid it, and now they're all dead. Probably. Sure, I mean, that's probably what happened. It's pretty realistic. Yeah, she got mad at me for that one. But hey, I got a good soup. One problem that I have is I don't know when people are flirting with me. No one does, but I don't know if they ever did. But one of the problems that I had, the way my wife and I met, obviously she wasn't my wife yet. Funny joke. We worked together at the glamorous place called Walmart. Now, that has nothing to do with the story, I just thought it was pretty funny. But at the time, she loves to hold this against me. I was talking to another girl. Now, and she was actually helping me talk to her. And I didn't even know that, like, the whole couple weeks or month that I was talking to her, she liked me as well, and she was flirting with me a lot, and I didn't even fucking know. And apparently I was flirting back. I didn't even know. Now I'm married. Now let's talk about more marriage. I love doing this right after talking about my wife. So there's a crime show. I forget what it's called, but it's obviously a crime show, so there's a lot of murders, and I'll give you guys a big shocker already. He was the husband. There you go. Every episode. That wasn't a shocker. But toward the end of the episode, he had his wife in front of him. She was on the ground on her knees. Not that way, you fucking perverts. And he had a gun pointed at her and said, "Turn around so that you don't look at me when I kill you." And then she does. I would have at least put up some kind of a fight. Like, no. Look at me in the eyes. Look at me in the eyes right now. I sucked your dad's dick last week. Now what are you gonna do? Now shoot me, you fucking idiot. I had so much fun doing that one, but it never does anything, and I'll keep doing it because I fucking love it.
Yeah, baby.
Let's talk about water. I love this subject. It's so exciting. But how weird is water? You have to drink it to not die. If you drink the right one the wrong way, you die. You drink the wrong one the right way, you die. You can play in it, have a lot of fun. If you do it the wrong way, you die. Guys, what are we going to do? I've stopped drinking water. I only have a couple days left, so you'll read me in the obituary in a couple weeks. I love my wife. I don't know why she's with me. But I just hope she doesn't cheat. I mean, nobody does. But I just don't want her to see what a real dick looks like. It's not mine, and I don't know if she's like, I don't know, man. I just don't want her to really see what kind of a C- I have. So one of my passions other than comedy is cars. I love buying cars, even though I can't because I'm fucking broke. Because I'm doing great, guys. Yeah, awesome. Doing good at life. But when you're looking for cars, there's always a person that you want to talk to, but everybody has their consultant, you know? And I have this problem that I keep finding the consultant that you would talk to and be like, "Hey, I want to get this car. I like it. I've been doing a lot of research." And they're like, no, you don't want to do that. No, the fucking wiper blades go out after 16,000 miles. Okay, so then I'll just replace the blades. Nah, they don't make good parts. They'll blow out too. Fuck. Okay, I'll go to a different car. How about this one? I like that one. It's pretty good. I did, same as the last one, or so I fucking thought. I did a lot of research on it. Well, I made sure that I really wanted it, and then I approached them with it, like, "What do you think?" They said, "Oh, that's a good one. If you want to fucking die, the airbags will blow out immediately after you buy it." Okay, wonderful. So that's how I get out of this conversation with you right now? That's all I got. You guys have a wonderful night. Don't be an asshole.
Tyler Stanley, everybody, let's keep it going. You know, Tyler doesn't want his wife to cheat on him. That's a completely understandable thing. Shit's fucking exasperated with you, by the way. Not helping your situation at all. You know, actually, it's interesting because ever since Craigslist got rid of the most fun part of Craigslist, people reverted to their habits of cheating. And if a partner is going to cheat, it's going to be from somebody in your social circle. And with your concern about her seeing a bigger dick, stand-up comedy, man, you made a fucking great choice. There are not a lot of huge dicks in this thing, man. I mean, there's a lot of huge dicks in this thing, but not a lot of huge dicks in this thing, you know? My scale of huge dicks is all fucked up, man. Pornography has really fucked me up, you know? Guys. I was looking at porno the other day, shock, and I saw one of the porno videos was titled, "Watch him fuck her in both holes." And there was a finality to that statement that made me think, do these people not know about all the holes? Am I sitting on some information that I could sell to these pornographers about a hole? I'm telling you, your business could improve by 1/3. Possibly more if she's really into it, you know? It's amazing. By the way, I'm keeping track, and there are 4 holes. There are 4 holes, but one of them is real rare. That's you don't find a lot of that 4th hole. Well, there's 5 holes if they've had an ostomy. You guys aren't into side input? That's pretty fucking ableist, all right? It's good. Look, you're gonna need a new hole. We've been fucking the same ones for, I don't know, a while now, right? I mean, now we've been videotaping it. We're out. We're over it. It's like special effects. They're gonna have to find a new fucking hole. You're gonna have, at least before the next Jurassic Park. That's gonna go way off the fucking rails. I don't know where I was going with that. You guys, so are you guys a porn-friendly audience? You guys like pornography? Enjoy it? You're sitting next to your mom. You're just nodding. Like, dirty motherfucker, man. In your 40s, you're allowed to say. I know, right? You're allowed to say fucked up shit in your 40s, anyways, man. I mean, I was looking at some porn, and I mean, I'm still surprised. I'm almost 50 years old. I look at porn, and I'm like, what? Like that's new. Like not new holes. I'm hip to all the holes. We covered that. But I was watching one. You guys heard of butt hooks? Anybody know about butt hooks? Butt hooks. Dustin's all about the butt hooks. It's good for me. I get to share butt hooks with your mom this evening. So butt hooks isn't obscure. It's not. I mean, it's not. They're not obfuscating what they are. A butt hook is a hook that goes
up your butt,
or maybe yours. I don't know who somebody's butt. It goes. It's got a ball on it. Looks like it's kind of a trailer hitch situation, and I don't really know who instituted the butt hook policy in pornography. I don't know if they had like an escape problem going on before. I was watching it though. I was like, I'm in. What's a butt hook all about? And it's not like the fishing shows, I can tell you that. Because that's the extent of my experience with hooks going into something, you know, is the fishing show, the guy in a hat looks kind of like my dad or Tylen, somewhere in the middle, fucking throws a line in the water, you know, the hook goes in the fish comes in the boat, the guy's all nice at the fish, he's petting it, he's like, oh, you little guy. And then they take the hook out of the fish and they put him back in the water. And you know, that doesn't happen in the butt hook videos. They just slap her and call her a bitch. It's fucking horrifying. It's mean. Spit on her. I don't know. It was hot though. It was really. It's fucking Germans, man. They're making some good stuff over there. They're making some good stuff. I can't say come in my arsh. It's arsh, you guys. If you're over in Germany and somebody asks you to come in their arsh, you know. By the way, German. This is just completely random. Learning a little bit of idiomatic slang is not always an advantage. I had a girl that I was dating, and she spoke German, and but textbook German, you know, like not the German the actual Germans speak. Like if you were taking a Spanish class and talk to a person who speaks Spanish, you know what I'm talking about. And she was like, yeah, cool is guile. That was the guile. It is cool. You already know the other fucking meaning of that word, don't you? Yeah. I was in one of those big food stores where they sell like the giant foods, and there was the half-gallon tub of Nutella. And I overheard a woman, and she was with a German accent expressing her admiration for this half-gallon tub of Nutella. So I looked at her and I'm like, "Geil," and she looked horrified. And what I didn't know is guile also means sexy. So basically, I was offered to fuck this lady with a tub of Nutella in Whole Foods. She wasn't into it. She wasn't into it, but you know what? You miss every shot you don't take. Oh my God, because I am so excited to welcome somebody who's crossed the pond specifically to come to the HotBox. They planned an entire trip to the States around it. I'm just kidding, you guys. I mean, we'll lie, though. We'll lie to ourselves onto the tape to make this look so much cooler. You guys, let's give it up for Miss Heather Stanton, everybody!
That's how you pull a microphone off a stand, everyone. Oh, hi, my name's Heather. I'm going to talk, this microphone is pretty hilarious. I don't know if comics know about this, but this is like infamous. Like every flyer for every comedy show ever has this fucking mic. It's this mic and about 6 photos of comedians ripped from Facebook in like a shitty JPEG. Like that's like the vibe for comedy posters. It's interesting. So I'm not from around here. I'm from England. I'm here on study abroad. It's pretty interesting. I'm having a great time in this country. Everything is big. I love it. Your houses are big and beautiful. Your cars are like ridiculous. Target. Fuck my life. Target is an experience. It's absolutely insane. You guys don't have like the phones in Target. You don't have those to call for customer assistance. You have them to call for fucking help because you stumbled into Target. You popped into Target for milk and eggs, so you're never going to see your family again because you got lost in Target. There's like 3 aisles for like notebooks. It's like terrifying. I hate it. I really hate the big stores. And I was really venting this to my friend. I was expressing, you know, my frustration at almost dying of dehydration trying to get stationery. And they were like, oh, which Target was it? And I was like, the one downtown. And they were like, you got lost in small Target. I think it's really funny that you guys know what I'm talking about. One thing I've noticed is Americans have really strong opinions about the weirdest things. A big one is airports. Like, I was telling my friend, I was like, I had a flight, and they were like, oh, where's your layover? And I was like, oh, like Dallas Airport. And they were like, oh, Dallas Airport fucking sucks. Like, oh, it's the worst one. Like, why? Like, why do people care so much? In England, there's like 3 airports, and everybody's just kind of okay with it. You know, it's fine. We get around. It's been pretty cool. I've been doing some dating since I've been out here. So I came out of a breakup, and then I came to a new country, so the CEO of Tinder is just like rubbing his little hands like, yes, she's perfect, you know. Ooh, nice. It's pretty cool. I had a date, and the date was going pretty well. You know, like one thing led to another, and the guy, you know, ended up taking off his trousers, and I was like, oh, what the fuck? Because circumcision really isn't a thing in England, so I had to try hard not to react when I just saw a gentleman without his jacket just right in front of me. You know, it was pretty interesting. It was like my first time seeing like a naked dick, and you know how I said that everything's bigger in America? Not really in that instance, you know, but good. I like that one. We got the dick joke, got some laughs. I like a good American dick joke, you know. Yeah, that's it. Everybody expects like British humor to be like dry and blah blah blah, but like I hate that assumption. I was at a college party recently, and some wretched political science major was like mansplaining Brexit to me in front of a whole group of people, and it was awful. And because I was drunk, I decided to do a thing that men like to do sober, which is speak my fucking mind.
Yeah, baby.
Yes, I've had enough. Like, oh, it's too much. And I was like, I don't care about what you're talking about now. I'm not gonna Google anything you told me to fucking Google. Like, I'm leaving this conversation with nothing but regrets. So I basically told that to this guy, and he was like, oh, haha, I love the English wit, you know, the dry English humor. Motherfucker, I'm not being dry right now. I'm telling you in front of your friends to shut the fuck up. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm not here, but there's not a single ounce of sarcasm in that like statement. The epidemic of mansplaining. That shit's like, it's transnational. You know, I hate it. Portland men, they're a certain type. You know, the woke, skinny artist type. You know, all these male feminists, they give you hope until they start acting like regular fuckboys. Newsflash, you're not an ally unless you text me back. Thanks. Can we just go for that? Just go for that, please. Thanks. Another dating thing that's really interesting is car culture. So in England, you know how it's like, oh, in New York, like nobody drives? England, it's like that, but like the whole fucking country. Like having a car is just not practical. Like you know, petrol or gas is really expensive. Like insurance is expensive, whatever. And you just can't park anywhere, it's crazy. So when I was seeing this guy on campus, and when he told me he had a car, I was like, ooh, hello, a man of affluence, like, ooh, a car. So in England, if you're a university student and you have a car, it's like a big fucking deal. A guy will be like a 4 out of 10. He's got car keys to like a beat up Nissan, and you're like, nice, that's a 10 right there. Boys post their beat up cars on their Tinder profiles in England. It's like a thing, it's really, really interesting. I'm coming to the end of my time, so I'm gonna conclude with something. I'm gonna grab my, oh shit, sorry about that. America. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? What the fuck? Wait, actually fucking circulate this. You can pass this. It's in touch. What the fuck? So I saw that in a supermarket, took a photo, sent it to my family group chat, thought about that magazine for like 3 days, and I came back and bought it. Because basically, in England, our royal family is not treated like that. They are not treated like Kardashians. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so bizarre. And I was reading this article, and I was like, oh, I had no idea Harry cheated on Meghan. Like, what kind of information? Like, so I was shook by this. Like, you know, you never see an unflattering picture of the royal family in England. And I was like, okay, so either this is like fake news, or England is censoring the truth. This is like hard-hitting journalism. You guys actually know what's going on inside the friggin', I almost said White House, but you guys know what's going on inside the palace. You guys have according to this, there's a source. They didn't go any deeper than that. They just have a source in here. So that's pretty interesting. I mean, I'm gonna wrap up my set. Thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me use the microphone. Thank you.
Heather Johnston, everyone! God, I love her voice. And that really helped me out. I had no idea that shit was bullshit. I like to enjoy losing jobs. I also like to give bad Tinder advice to friends of mine. And I have this one friend that's not having any luck on any dating app. And she's like, will you please help me? And I'm like, I'll do what I can, but I don't know how to navigate the dating world. So I'm like, give me your phone. So I take a look at it, and I'm like, oh, girl, no problem. Like, you just need conditioner. Only not in your hair, just kind of squirt it across your face. I'm like, click. I guarantee you'll get results. I'm also kind of teetering on the edge of, do I be honest with her? And she's like, why am I having trouble? And I'm like, stop making kimchi at home. Your house smells like no dates. Like these poor suitors come to the door, ding dong. She opens that cargo bay door, and they're like, oh. It has been told that Tinder can lead to a one-night stand. I kind of think of it as like an orgasm catch and release program. And in the event of it leading to a one-night stand, and you're like, yay! And if you want it to end, though, you wake up the next day and they're still fucking there. If you want them to go, when they turn around and say, hey, do you want to hit it again? You say, oh, geez, your friends only paid for one night. I would like to bring up our next comedian. I love this name already, Francois Vessels. Woo!
Thank you. I come from South Africa, born and raised. I've been in this country for about 5 years now, and I've had a great time, you know. I'm from a shithole country, but I'm passing for Norwegian. So it's pretty chill. I came here because my wife is American. She's a small Asian woman from Long Beach, California. The LBC. Yeah, she actually went to the same high school as the Snoop D-O-double-G. For real, yeah, she wrote for the school paper. So she's like half a grad, half honor student. We met about 10 years ago. She took a semester abroad to South Africa, and she decided to sport fuck a local. Yeah, we did sound it right. You go to Africa for some dick and you pick up a pink one. But she liked the way that I talk all sexy like Vickers from that movie, District 9. And culturally we're kind of like Dutch African Cajuns, and there's a little bit of Malaysian. Or long story short, she exoticized the shit out your boy. I didn't even know what that meant back then. Right? She had to explain it to me by accusing me of doing it to her. On account of how Asian women are hypersexualized. But I didn't know that, right? Because I grew up in the South African equivalent of like buttfuck Missouri. The only Asian person that I knew growing up was Apu from The Simpsons. It turns out that was Hank Azaria committing a hate crime. I mean, can it be a hate crime if it makes you love the character? I really loved Apu when I was a kid. I loved him so much that I used to dress up like him for Halloween. I'm just kidding, we don't have Halloween in South Africa. Anyway, maybe I exoticized her, I don't know. You know, I used to be entranced by her long, black, flowing hair. We've been together for like 10 years now, so the novelty's faded a little bit. Now the dog finds loose ones around the house and then she eats them, and it passes through a hole and it pops out the other side, like dangling a lump of dog shit. And then I have to put a bag over my hand and pull out like 2 feet of Taiwan's finest from inside the dog.
Lovely.
Cured the fuck out of my Asian hair fetish. My dog is great. I love my dog. She's the cutest. She's got little tiger stripes and everything. She's a girl, but she's got a boy name. I think that's okay these days, yeah? Anybody? I think her name's okay. Her name's Roman Polanski. I was writing a joke the other day, and there was a dead guy in it. And then I looked at the joke before that, and there was a dead guy in that joke. It's like, oh fuck, do I have dead people in it? So I went through my notebooks, and there was death in most of my jokes. Right, my closing joke at the moment is Oprah Winfrey committing genocide. Got it, we get there. I think there's time. Yeah, so I didn't mean to do this. It just accidentally turns out like this, and I think it's because I have really old parents. I mean, I had old parents. I'm all out of parents now. My father was born in 1924. How fucked is that? Right?
Wow.
And I looked a lot like him, so what that means is I got to watch my teenage years watching myself grow old and die. And now I do this. I guess I've always like laughed at the things that are, most difficult. That's how I deal with it. Yeah, and I've always done this. Like South Africa in the 80s and 90s when I was growing up was super conservative, real Christian, right? It was so Christian that they had movie censors and they would like edit the titties out of Highlander 3 and stuff like that, right? I'd watch these movies later in life and I was astonished by all the breasts in American action films. With this. Oops. Anyway, oh yeah, really, so it's like a really repressive, like sexually repressed society, right? So when I was like about 18 or 19, I said to myself, you grew up in a really sexually repressed society, you know, you should probably just check if you're gay, right? Because you don't want to be like 62 and then realize, oh, I should have been doing gay stuff all along. So one night I went out with my philosophy class at the end of the semester, and the professor's old friend, he like felt me up. So I let him do it for a little bit just to see where it would go, right? But I wasn't into it, so you know. I gave him a firm handshake and bid him good evening. Saucy little cocktease that I am. But I figured this experiment probably wasn't conclusive, you know. Maybe I just wasn't into being Kevin Spacey by a theater science professor. So, I guess I'll leave it there. Thank you very much.
Francois Vessels, everybody! Oh my goodness. Isn't it weird hearing like the Afrikaner accent and the guy's not yelling diplomatic immunity? That's like not normal for us in this country. I apologize for any bad. Mel Gibson's responsible for any negativity that you receive and apartheid. But otherwise, your dad was born in what, 1929? 1924. Your dad was 10 years older than Anne Frank. Anne Frank born in 1914. A lot of people don't know that, but I'm a little obsessed. It's a crush. He must have been hella fucking racist. Am I right? It's gotta be, right? Everybody is. Anne Frank would be hella fucking racist now. I mean, I guarantee you, like, Anne Frank, she's a middle-class Jewish girl, okay? Parents had money. I guarantee there was some point when she was in the camps, she's like, you know, this sucks, but I'm glad those fucking gypsies have stars on them, because I almost talked to one the other day. Oh my god, that sucks so bad. She actually got moved, so they brought her, first she went to Auschwitz, which a lot of people don't know. I know, cheerful subject. Auschwitz isn't people died there, but wasn't a death camp. It was a processing camp. It was actually a concentration camp. And then she was separated from her parents in December of 1944 and sent to Bergen-Belsen, which is a less fun place, just generally. But again, 14 years old, kind of had to be like, so glad to be away from my parents, you know? Right? I bet Peter was glad to be getting rid of her because she was making eyes for a while. Anybody read that shit?
Yeah.
I had to read The Diary of Anne Frank because I'm a kike, and because I'm working on a sequel. I'm working on a sequel to a movie treatment right now. It's called, so, boom, 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 boom. Fade in the screen. In spite of everything, I still believe people are still good at heart. Dot, dot, dot. Anne Frank too. Amnesia. Or Anne Frankastasia. I'm not really sure how I'm going to go with it. The point is, you guys seen the Disney movie Anastasia? It's like the same thing, but with Anne Frank, and she's 87 years old in a nursing home today and hella racist. And she's trying to go through the diaries. It's like there's a lot of flashbacks. I don't know. I just think it's Oscar worthy. I think, like, you know, Holocaust shit just does really well at the Oscars. You know. So where are my Jews? Are my Jews at in this room? Really? Old Jews, by the way, don't self-identify. See, we've learned, okay? It's just not a good idea. It's not really good. That's a test, honestly. That's a bad survival trait that you have right there. Jews, I mentioned earlier that I was a bit of a prepper. Jews were the original preppers, and they kind of abandoned that. It doesn't make a lot of sense. You think of any group in the world should have gotten a hint over 6,500 fucking years. have a backpack, you know? Maybe it's a good idea. Maybe it's a good idea. Don't always answer your door, you know? Shit like that you just, you know, you really can't trust somebody if they, you know, don't keep a backpack. But you know who's always got his backpack? His weed bag. Goddamn right, motherfucker. Coming to the stage is one of my favorite little motherfuckers in the whole goddamn world. Let's give it up for Mr. Dustin Brandon, everybody!
Look at this. Chris, I don't know how to fucking dodge. Pull it? Yeah? There's a button?
On the black part.
Listen. You realize I'm in a wheelchair, right? You realize. Did I shut it off too? You hear me?
No, you're good.
Good? And Frank. God, so inspirational. I mean, right? I mean, overcoming being deaf and blind? That's crazy. That is so crazy. I couldn't even imagine. Man, wait, Chris, before you leave, actually, something's not right. Hold on. Let me just grab something. Hold on. It'll make this a little better. Hold on. Chris, come here real quick.
Yep.
Somebody grab something.
If it's your dick again, I'm not falling for it.
There we go. Here, grab that.
Gotcha.
It's gonna make it a little, just more comfortable for me. Yeah? Here we go. All right.
Hop in.
Yeah.
Hey, that's mine.
Hold on. All right. Now I need 3 volunteers. Specifically, this table. Because the previous story I heard, I'm pretty sure you guys are insured. It's just kind of what I'm feeling in this crowd. My grand finale is when I get in this. I'm just setting it up. 6 more minutes. Wow. Raise your hand if you've been here before. Raise your hand if you can identify the smell in the room. I've been coming here for 3 months and I still cannot. And it changes. I swear to God, you can vouch for me if anyone's ever been here before. It changes week to week. I swear to God, it changes week to week. And so do the stains. They fucking shift. They move. You've seen Watchmen, you know the guy with the face that changes and shit? That's how this carpet works. And I'm gonna be straight up with you. Hold on. Do you guys know, we're gonna break this down. We're gonna break down this room right now. Do you know why the blue tape is on the floor?
Dead body?
No, because people are too retarded to know where the bathroom is. That's just the start, alright? Now, speaking of dead body, I'm pretty sure somebody may, no, I'm just kind of pitching a tent here. I may have heard from a friend that I'm pretty sure someone dropped a deuce right there on the floor. I'm not even like, I'm pretty sure the smell is a combination of half dead body, poop with a little bit of orange sauce, and whatever else the fuck you want to throw in there. I'm getting soy, I'm getting a little bit of broccoli, I'm catching some carrot in there, and I'm gonna be real with you guys, like, I'm down a little bit lower to the ground, so the stuff that I catch is a little bit different than where, I mean, even where you're at sitting at a table, it's a different atmosphere down here. It's nuts. And I feel like all I can do is stare at it right now. Like, for real, just look at that right there. And let your imagination fucking run wild. I'll give someone $10 right now to lick it. I bullshit you not. I will cover your bar tab right now if you fucking bend over. Sir, have you heard the proposition?
No.
Oh. It's pretty interesting if you want to stay. You seem like a good fellow. Thank you. Will somebody roofie him later? No? Think he still hears me? How far can I go until I piss off someone in my crowd enough to just fucking clothesline me as soon as I walk off this, whatever this kind of stage this is? But do I have to leave? Just kind of being like, alright motherfuckers, let's go! Hold on, I can shake. Hold on, we got this. There we go. There we go. Who's willing to push me? Someone? Come on, we'll just walk around the bar like this, fucking Alright, you guys aren't in. Listen, I'll bring wheelchairs for everyone next week, and then we'll make a fucking game out of it. Have you ever tried, honestly, alright, raise your hand if you've ever tried a wheelchair, but not because God hated you and put you in one. Like, have you ever tried one for fun? Yeah? Have you ever tried to do a wheelie?
No.
Did you get that urge?
No.
No? Oh, here we go, I figured it out. Why didn't you guys tell me that obviously you can't speak into this side, and when you go like this, holy shit, wow, wow, that's a whole fucking new game. Should we start over?
Yeah.
Alright, someone bring this back out there for me. What did I start with? Did I start with dead body or shit on the carpet? How did I break this down? Oh, wait, hold on. I remember. You guys want to know why Anne Frank is so inspirational? Don't worry, she can't hear this one. Oh, shit. Hold on, look at this. What the fuck do you think that's for? Do you not stand on it? Do you stand on it and take a risk? I'm kind of like, hold on, let's break down the rest of this room. What do you guys got over there? Lift that coat up for me. Right there by your legs. Is there a dead body under there? No?
I think we're clear.
Is there a midget? I brought one, I lost him.
Over here.
He's over there? That's how I work. I bring, hold on, There's like a sweet spot to this. Oh, hold on. Did I get it? Oh. Ladies, help me. Ladies. See? Did you get the joke? I can't find the spot. What the fuck, Chris? Is Chris back? Because I want to beat him over the head with this fucking microphone that I can't figure out. Hold on. Is that it? Is it? Oh, Chris. There's like a, so apparently you have to like, almost, I don't know, man. It's like one of these holes. Look at this. There's 12 of them. And ready? Talking. Hold on. And there's more on this side. Talking. I'm trying. Talking. So, alright. Kinda got it. Will you just mind holding this for me? Am I out of time? Oh, I am? I'm so sorry. I was busy counting the fucking squares. You guys, thank you so much. I'll see you next week.
Awesome. Dustin Brandon, everyone. What I'm smelling on the stage right now is pure weed. Beautiful, sticky.
You're welcome.
He's not joking about the scent. It's a parade every time we come in here. However, the one time when no one was here, usually I enter this room and I think, I feel like I'm in an escape room, which is pretty accurate. I kept wondering, what the fuck is under this thing here? So we lifted it up. And there's a metal door under there. Tink, tink, tink. And under the metal door is like one of those things that takes poop from the toilet to the wherever in the toilet. But there's also bones. And they're not small. Let's see, should we talk about ghosts? Or if you like dick pics, sell a car on Craigslist. I recently sold my car on Craigslist, and my inbox would rotate your teeth. I'm like, I should just do a coffee table book. This is great. Oh, God. What made it a little weird, though, I'm kind of like, did I accidentally sign up for Grindr or something? Did I sign up for the right thing? And I go back and I look, I'm like, no, it was definitely Craigslist. But had it been Grindr, it would have been funny if my username was like, 2001 rap for you, which would explain all the dick pics. But if they actually showed up, thinking we were going to have a date, only I make them drive my car. They show up and I'm like, yeah, we're going to test drive. And then I spend the next 15 minutes forcing them to test drive my car and apologizing for all the stuff that's wrong with it while we're driving, where I'm like, no, really, that's not blood, that's just paint. I'm an artist, and yeah. Dustin mentioned Rorschach, the guy with the ever-evolving face tattoo thing, which reminded me of the 80s. I'm not going to say much about that other than the most terrifying Rorschach I have ever seen happened in the 80s. You know how they say, don't wear white after Labor Day. It's supposed to be not, okay. And also in the 80s, when you're a young woman, they say, don't wear white pants ever. And that's because you will see the most terrifying Rorschach test in your pants. That's exactly what it looked like. You know, like folded. I would like to bring up our next comedian. I've never heard him before, and I'm really excited. Seamus!
I don't know why my reputation precedes me. I'm here very much as a Canadian, which what that means is when you don't laugh, I will apologize and continue talking until that clock runs out. Kind of here to give you guys a little bit of a history lesson in the sense that I've been here on the northern side of the border watching what's going down here, and for me it's kind of like being a cuckolded husband, not really enjoying what's happening but getting a lot of pleasure out of it. What I mean by that specifically, let's bring it back to our founding fathers. You know, they had the best ideas, and right now America's kind of in this place of, well, it's kind of crazy. I have some news for you guys. This has always been a crazy country. Let me give you a metaphor of how crazy America is. For the first time in the world, somebody decided to not pay the bartender's tab and then said, let's fight, and then you guys won. That's kind of how fucking crazy you guys are. India, everybody else, look from the side, Ireland is eagerly awaiting some sort of victory, and you guys did it. To give you guys an example, America has never valued people with good ideas. Let's refer to the founding fathers, like some good bastard fathers. George Washington, Benjamin Franklin. George Washington, sorry, let me take it back a second. The most incredible person that's existed in America, George Washington. You guys do not value this guy. He's on the $1 bill. This guy has no military history, decides to go to war with the largest navy in the world on the $1 bill. Benjamin Franklin. Let's pull up his resume on LinkedIn real quick. This motherfucker was famous for getting struck by lightning with a key and a kite. This is who you guys sent to negotiate to the rest of the world. This guy was famous for sleeping with teenage French prostitutes. I don't want that to sound anything like the current president, besides the fact that America's always loved prostitutes. The cheaper the better. Benjamin Franklin was known for being a ballsy individual. This guy used to order teenagers, you know, not via Grubhub, whatever else. He's like, let's just put it on George Washington's boat and send him over. No. They're troops. They're troops. They'll come over. It's fine. They support the troops here. They get that paper rolling. So I'm up to 2 minutes now. It's my first open mic here. I really appreciate your guys' laughter. All right, so my next point that I have to like stepfatherly like give you guys, I'm like a good friend. Like if I was a good friend, like Canada should have came in like 8 years ago and been like, yo, you're fucking up right now. You guys went from George Bush, this like big Christian guy. You guys took this like really confident guy. Don't get me wrong, he said the right things, but like he was a senator, whatever. But you believed in him. And then we invented this. You guys elected this guy who just has a lot of money, not a lot of good ideas. But what I want to say is Portland is to the United States is what the United States is to the rest of the world. Everybody in Portland is so upset the same way every conservative is. They're coming here for our houses. They're gonna buy it all. Their food is so great. There's no traffic. I can enjoy nature. I love that I can go out and enjoy nature. everybody else in the rest of the world is saying that. They're moving up from LA. Oh my God, the air is so much cleaner here. That's what everybody out of Asia is saying. I love Portland because I can work hard here and hopefully buy a home, just like everybody out of the Midwest. And they just really are happy that they get to enjoy their terrible food. Yes. So yeah, that was as much as I prepared. Thank you guys so much for laughing at my Canadian perspective of Americans' debacle. I'd love to give you guys the solution to it. However, I'm not running for presidency, let alone whatever else. I'm just here to take the piss, kind of the same way that. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm just happy to be here and tell you guys. You've always loved people with crazy ass ideas because those are the founding fathers. All right. I'll give one last bit. I know everybody is like, give me an encore. America is the frat boy of the world. America is this place of like, so somebody comes down to shut your party, like, hey guys, like we know that like you invented the colony, like you guys give us whatever, like you guys have great parties. However, America, can you give us like a kickback? Kind of like the British are the police of the world. America's like the fun place. It's kind of like the downtown place. They're open really late. It's like, they still sell slaves there. We give that up. But like, oh shit, like we can go there and like we can have that. Like, no, I'm not gonna buy a cotton farm, but I know a guy. His name is Jefferson. No. He'll be president. Kind of like a douchebag frat guy would say. No. He's good. I can assure you, he'll be president after your general who like defeated like the largest army in the world. And then America was like, wait, we gotta pay taxes? Nah, fuck that shit. Let's fight outside. And that is the birth of the American story. Thank you so much for letting me be here.
Let's keep it going for Seamus, everybody. Oh my goodness. I'm glad you brought up slavery and not me. I was thinking about this not long ago, because last year I think we all read that United Nations World Health Organization report on the global slave trade in North Africa, and the shocking report that you could buy a human being for $9 in Libya. Did anyone remember that report? Yeah, it was pretty wild. I think it's weird that people in this room could afford a person. I think that's just upsetting. I think it's upsetting that people could afford. Also, that it was $9 bothered me a lot. Like, do you ask for your change back from a 10 when you're buying a human being? Is that crass? It's 10%. I don't know what the tip is. I don't know what the overhead is in that. I assume it's just gas money. I don't know what a stick. You're probably not getting a good one for $9, right? Probably not. But the slavery thing is we're all like, oh, slavery is terrible. Slavery is the worst, man. Right? And we're like, oh, nobody back in the 1800s was justified in what they were doing. There's none of this, oh, it was a different time thing, right? We're all on board with that. There's no such thing as a different time thing. People argue, they didn't know slavery was wrong back then. It's like, well, do they want to be slaves? They can figure that shit out. But what's interesting in the 21st century is cocaine. Cocaine, it's very interesting. Everybody kind of paid attention when I said that word. Cocaine's very interesting because, I guess it's not, sales aren't a good reason to own people. But I mean, if you can't stick sales up your nose and feel happy for 3 hours. So, we can make some concessions. That's what our great-great-grandkids are going to be explaining to their kids. And they're like, well, you understand is that in Meemaw's day, they didn't know that slavery was wrong when it was involved with cocaine. That's, right? Is that happy? No? It's comedy, you guys. Come on, lighten up. Slavery, it's funny shit. Look, I don't know, you guys. I mean, here's the thing about it, right? I mean, slavery sucks, right? But I mean, we all like the blues. So, you're welcome. So fucking, I'm such an ass. Oh my god. Anybody here got parents? Anybody here got parents? Boy, that's a hassle, isn't it? Jesus Christ. I have this adversarial relationship with my father, and I spend a lot of time trying to unpack that, because I don't go to therapy. Because I don't have a good 55 minutes, I don't want to... Yeah, I'm a Freudian, all right? It's 55, Seriously, nobody can afford good therapy in here either. God damn, shocking. But I spend a lot of time trying to unpack, why do me and my dad have this... this rivalry, and I realized not long ago it's my grandfather. My grandfather, at a very early age, started making fun of how small my dad's dick was, and in front of me. And there's something about being 12 years old and your dad being humiliated by his father, by being told that his son has a bigger... Anyways, Viagra hasn't helped. I don't know why, and I know he's on that shit. This is when your dad tells you he takes Viagra, that's an uncomfortable conversation, right? That's an uncomfortable, because especially if you don't like your stepmom, it's like, oh man, nobody wins in this scenario at all. Sorry, they don't watch the videos. I mean, I don't think he watches the videos. I am not funny. He does not think I'm funny at all. The best thing in the world is to sit down at lunch with your dad who just refuses to laugh and doesn't think you're funny, and make everybody else at lunch with you laugh at your dad. This is the best feeling in the world that doesn't involve reconciling at all. There's no healing there, but God, it feels good to humiliate my father. And he picks up the tab too, so that's like... I'm starting to think my dad might have a fetish. I don't know. That's weird. That's weird, Pat. He's a good guy. My dad's not a racist, all right? My dad's not. He says a lot that he's not a racist. I mean, most white guys who say they're not racist are really not racist. My dad's not a racist. He just looks, dresses, talks, and votes like one, so there's no racism at all. He knows lots of good ones. So, you know... Well, it's funny to me, goddammit. You guys come to the stage. Sorry, I'm so happy to see. We've been missing her for a little while. She is a very busy lady. She rocks and rolls it. She controls it. Let's give it up for Miss Amelia Dawes!
Man, what the fuck is this? When did we get a new mic?
Push the black button under the mic.
Okay.
Where your right thumb.
Switch it?
Lower, right thumb.
Right here?
Lower.
Yeah. And then what do you want me to
Push
do?
and then lift up.
This is bizarre to me. Is this... I don't think it's on. Hold on. Now it's on. Alright. How's everyone doing? Hey. I'm happy to be here. Happy to see there's people here. Looks like some of you are actually want to be here. I'm glad that Chris started in on talking about lines because I wasn't quite sure where to start my jokes tonight. And so like fuck coloring books. Has anyone ever got coloring books as a gift? Anyone? Yeah. And I'm talking like as an adult. Like, I don't know who started that fucking phase. Like, I'm not happy with them. Because now I've got these coloring books that I don't know what to do. I'm not going to color in them. And these friends come over, they see them on my bookshelf, and they're not going to take them out and be like, oh, what have you colored? Because that'd be fucking weird. And I can't just give them away because they're going to be like, hey, where are those coloring books? So what do? Occasionally I page through them just in case they ever ask what's in them. I'm like, oh, no, I like that weird owl with all the different pictures within its eyes, you know? Fuck that shit. And like, if you really think about it, like, coloring books are not even healthy. What do? They're making you stay in the lines. They're telling you what to do subconsciously. That's some fucked up shit. You know, and then we chastise the kids that are all scribbled all over the place because they actually know what the fuck they're doing. They're doing what they fucking want. Alright. So yeah, so then I started thinking about, you know, lines. There's lines fucking everywhere that piss me off. Fucking traffic lines, lines in the grocery store, lines in the post office. You know? Like, even fucking good drugs come in lines. You can't get away from it. Like, you're not going to sort a square. You could. We've all sorted many different things, but... Anyways, so then I started thinking about, like, alright, like, why do I have a problem with coloring? Like, was it the medium that I had? Maybe I had shitty, like, crayons from China that were full of lead? Who knows? And I was like, alright, well, pens. Like, yeah, I hated pens, markers. Why? Why did I fucking hate pens and markers? Because they were unforgiving, like my mother. Heaven forbid I fuck up, you know? There goes my whole week. So then, like, you know, so it was always like something erasable, something I can deal with. And finally got into my 20s, I started waitressing, I got a little more courage. I was like, you can't waitress with crayons or pencils, it doesn't work out. You gotta use fucking pens. So, you know, that worked out for a while. And then I was like, wait, what else do you have to use those pens for? Like official papers, you know? Official papers, taking orders, And then I hit my 30s, and I was like, fuck this, I'm going to fine tip markers, guys. And I've been feeling pretty good since then. Like, I've been hitting a paper source, and like getting some little pens. My problem is I push too hard, so they only last about 500 words, but those 500 words feel really good. Yeah. So then I was like, all right. That kind of segued into labeling, you know? And I was like, well, different labels require different types of, like, you know, media. You know, you can't, there's only certain labels for pencils. I'd be like the cookies in Grandma's freezer with a little bit of, like, Scotch tape on the tin from, like, 56 Christmases ago. You know, it depends on the degree of seriousness for the label. So then, you know, pencils are like paper, diagrams, math, some people's names. Pens would be like, give me taking orders, yada yada. Markers are like boxes, shipping. We're talking like heavy menu items. 5-gallon buckets of ranch or tartar. I've done a lot of that in my life. Alright, we're at 3 minutes. Sweet. Okay, so I'm just gonna go off on random shit I posted on Twitter since I've been gone because I fucking miss you guys. I was thinking if people could read minds instead of languages and just kind of worked on that, you know, like narcissists would still fuck it up. Hygiene dissonance. This is when people in Portland think that eco-friendly is walking around smelling like a rotting onion in their community garden compost. I don't understand why they are above, like they're above using deodorant, but they're not above eating fucking clean or public hygiene. That's just a question I'd like answered. Alright, this, I don't know if you guys talked about this, I hope somebody brought this up, for God's sake. Penis fish. Anyone seen that lately in the last, like, month? Thank you. And no one's seen, you guys, okay, fucking Google penis fish. Don't tell me someone didn't invent this shit, okay? Like, I can go off. I mean, like, I don't know if it was in a cockalops or what, but that shit is like, every time I look at it, I want to gag, and it's like, not the good kind of gag. You know, I'm just like, and then there's just a picture like somebody holding it. I'm pretty sure it's an Asian. I'm not racist, but I'm pretty sure it's probably an Asian holding that fish. But yeah, I was just like, you know, there's gonna be someone that's gonna be like, I'm gonna fuck that fish. And you know what? Someone's probably already done it, because if you can think it, it's already happened. That's what I've learned lately. So I stopped thinking a lot of things. Alright, how's everyone's New Year's? You guys survived, you made it through, right? Yes? Cool. Fuck that shit. I was like, sweet, I'm gonna, you know, like, yeah, I'm gonna go on a blind date, because that's the stupidest thing I could think of to do. It was actually pretty fun. I was like, you know, I'm also not gonna drink champagne, because you know what happens. I also drank a shit ton of champagne. Fucking, like, 2-day hangover, like, of my life. I was like, this is exactly not the way I wanted to come into the year. Just fucked up. And I was like, that's it, I'm just gonna change it. I'm gonna change champagne to sham heaven. That way, next time I drink it, I don't wake up in fucking hell. Alright, I'm gonna leave it at that. I love you guys. I hope to see you all soon. And thank you very much.
Tricky. I missed you. Amelia Duos, everyone. Alright, I got a couple things building on what I've already talked about. I lied about not dating because I have dated. I just don't want to talk about it because it never fucking goes well. And one of the worst, it's not worst, one of the weirdest dates I ever went on. We end up in my apartment and we're hanging out and like you kind of really don't know how you guys are gonna jive. And I was like, you know what, be bold, just like make the first move. These poor guys don't know what to do these days. They're like so afraid that you're gonna be like, touch me. So I found out that not everyone is into getting a swirly while being called a toilet whore. And he fucking flew the coop. And I'm looking out the window and I'm like, oh my God, I was more worried about him being outside in the cold, naked. And then I didn't hear from him. It was like a month at least. And then I finally heard, I got a letter delivered by the Portland Police Department saying that I can't come within 500 feet of him. I mean, what's 500 feet really? Like, if you're thinking of football field, is it like half court? Maybe? I don't know. It's not the worst letter I ever received. The worst letter I ever received was a letter from my doctor's office that said, I'm not going to mention her name, such and such gynecologist has left our practice, and we couldn't help but notice that it's time for your yearly lady visit, back when it was yearly. And I'm like, oh shit, I loved her. She had these tiny little hands. We always talk about gardening and blah. And they said, oh, you just need to call and make a new appointment with someone else. So I'm like, ring. Hi. And the gentleman answered saying, yeah, would you like to make an appointment? I said, yes, I need to pick a new doctor. My favorite doctor has left. Who do you have? I prefer a female. And he's like, oh, okay, and gave me a short list of females. And I'm like, which of them has the smallest hands? And he was like, ugh, well, I never really looked at her hands, but Dr. Palale is pretty short. I'm like, okay, sign me up. I show up for the visit. Dr. Palale is this wonderful Hawaiian woman, and she had brick shit hands. And I'm laying there just like, joke's on me, motherfucker. Like, I would like to bring up, I think, our last comedian. I can't wait to hear what she has to say. Is there a Lacey Day in the his house?
Lacey Day!
Never mind. I didn't believe in myself quite quickly. I was like, never gonna get this. I got it. Oh, okay, I'm gonna assess the crowd right now. Alright. Hi. Yep. It's a PCP crowd, right? I'm gonna do my pro PCP bits. This corner's in, alright. This is who I'm facing. Alright, okay, so, yeah. Happy New Year's. You guys all make resolutions?
No.
No?
No, I made one resolution that I've stuck to.
We're barely in it right now.
No more resolutions.
No more resolutions forever.
Yeah.
Unresolved in this corner. Unresolved. All right, so last year my resolution was just to say "you nasty" more often, and it was the whole plan. It was just to ask people how they were doing. Example, how are you guys doing? You nasty. That was it. That was my entire plan for the year. I couldn't even do it. So I thought maybe I literally forgot about it like a week into it. But I've made new resolutions. I'm now 36 years old. It's time to grow up. I'm going to start getting healthy. We're 20 years deep in the millennium. We all survived Will 2K. We're all jiggy with it, okay? Time to get serious right now, okay? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get healthy. And I was thinking about it, about the time I felt the most healthy my entire life. And I might be romantic. Is that a ghost? Did you guys see that door just move? Is that a ghoul? Okay, we'll go back to my resolutions. We can talk about ghouls for a second. Does anyone know what a ghoul is? Exactly. No? Nope. No one has any idea? I wrote down some answers that people have yelled out. Someone said a ghost with hair. That sound right? Specifically a graveyard ghost. Do any of these sound right?
Sure.
Yeah. Ghoul? Opposite of a boil. I said a female ghost. I was wrong on all accounts. Oh, Fitz, you might want to close your ears on this. I'm going to spoil what a ghoul is. It might be a female ghost after I spoil this. It's just a ghost with a lot of emotion. Just, take it to the bank, guys. Alright, back to my New Year's resolutions. Okay, so here's the deal. I was like, dude, when did I feel the most healthy my entire life? Started thinking about it. It was probably about like when I was 14 years old and I was on PCP. Has anyone here done PCP recently or in the past? Yeah, Rachel, how'd you feel?
Pretty fucking great.
Yeah, right? Like the best version of yourself?
I stole hella bottles of Hennessy that night.
Dude, I did my first pull-up on PCP. I was the most physically fit I've ever been. I was climbing trees. I was jumping down from those trees like Christy Yamaguchi. It was amazing. I stuck every landing. But like I said, I'm 36, so what I'm gonna do, because I'm a grown-up now, is microdose like an adult, right?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, that's right. I'm in the right neighborhood for this. Here's the thing. I think if I do that every day, it's like a shortcut. I'm a real fitness maverick. It's the same as if I've been jogging for the last 3 years. You know, just mathematically, again, I could be romanticizing PCP. I thought this room would be way more on board with PCP than it was. I guess I misread the dirty carpet. I'm sorry. Last time I was here, I went in the bathroom, and there was a rat hole being covered up with a potato. So excuse me if I thought this was the PCP crowd that I wanted, you know? This feels like if a Hunter S. Thompson novel never picked up and got off the ground. I love this place. This is my favorite place in the world. The first time I ever came here, back when they used to let us use the front bathroom, and I might know why they don't anymore. It was just a woman just showing me her tits going, look at these titties! And I love this place, that's what I'm saying. I think I should work here, it's great. Ugh. Okay, so PCP isn't your guys' jam. Let's go the opposite direction. Y'all fucks with that movie Cats? Who's seen Cats? Really? I'm the only one? Alright, spoiler, there's too many cats in Cats. I was shocked. That movie is, does anyone want to see Cats? That's too bad. I let tears roll down my face from laughter for the first time in years, just during that experience of Cats. It's like, I can just tell you basically what it is. It's like, you know when Bob Barker used to suggest you spay and neuter your animals? In this movie, it's just a dark timeline where he shows you what happens when you don't. It's seriously horrific. They had to CGI out one of the cat's dicks because it was too big. So it's true. I didn't want any spoilers, so I didn't look up who it was. But every cat was like they could have had a big dick in that movie. So if that's your thing, I don't know if you guys have seen. Oh, new people, old people, new people, not old, but you know what I mean. Have you been here before? Hi. All right, maybe you're my PCP group. Hey, man in the vest, you ever experiment with PCP? Nah, we got an iffy. You didn't have good PCP. All right, what do I want to? I don't really have anything to talk about today. I'm just gonna do like a hot riff. Anyone want to yell out something for me to talk about? Oh, right, you got a lot to say.
Yeah, war.
War? I went to Nam 2 times, right? I went to Vietnam. I didn't fight in Nam. I just made friends when I was there. I used to write postcards home to my family, like, I hope you're staring up at the same moon I am, you know, that kind of thing. Has anyone been to Vietnam? No? I wasn't hoping there was a veteran in here, but I was going to compare experiences and be like, I don't know, I got a weird massage there once. It was strange. All right, one more hot riff, and then I'm going to go. I can't do Bonanza. Oh, I'm not going to talk.
First dates.
This is a lot. It's coming at me hard. We'll start with Bonanza. What strings, friends? Okay, we'll go from the top. Bonanza. Never watched it, but it reminds me of the time I almost died when a bunch of bananas fell on me once. This is a story that no one wants to hear. What was the next one? Little House on the Prairie? How little was that house? We never got answers. We got Little Women. Too many women in Little Women. I'll never watch it or read it. Next one. Friends? The TV show Friends? I don't believe in friendship. Yeah, it's all lies, propaganda. No one here has friends. Did someone else say PCP again? Yeah. All right, let me talk about it one more time. All right. Let me set the scene for you. You feel no pain on PCP. If you can imagine, I'm selling it. This is my thing. I'm a maverick. This is like this is the new turmeric, okay? Everybody get on board. I can't afford turmeric, so I'm gonna just do PCP. I really can't afford turmeric. I went to Winco and I was trying to make potions out of the spice bins, but I found out that you would have to eat like a whole gallon of turmeric to get your knees loose again. So it's not a viable option. I go to doctor's offices and they ask me if I'm on any new medication. Slap down a bindle stick of healing crystals. Just tell them, am I ever? That's what poverty is. This is poverty. You gotta get an amethyst, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know. You got one in your pocket?
No.
She's
But I
just
have
pleased to
citron.
see you.
You don't want to be healed, right? You're not ready to be healed?
I've got citron in my purse.
Oh, citron. Citron's for the mind, right?
Citron is the money maker.
No, that's jade.
No.
You're broken.
Well, that might explain this entire situation then. I've been holding the wrong rock. If it's citron, then God, give me what you got. Okay, I'm done, Boat Ride. You can take it.
Let's keep it going for Lacey Day, everybody. Oh my God, Lacey, you missed it. Earlier we were talking about. You remember some context for this? Lacey is an indigenous person herself. So we were talking about. Remember that old commercial? Or any. You remember that commercial with the guy in the litter and the crying dude, and how we all know he's a wop these days? I was thinking, let's reshoot that commercial with Lacey, but instead of crying at the state of things, just fucking laugh at how we fucking ruined everything. And it's like, yeah, we're gonna go. We were gonna go, but you're all gonna fucking go now too. And why not, right? That's gonna be the best, you guys. Here's the thing, like that's gotta be the fucking real prick in the ass, not in a pleasant way. The real prick in the ass is that, like they might get away with it, right? Like, look, think about the polar bear is going to drown, but how much happier would that polar bear be if it was watching, like, somebody with a diesel truck drown at the same time,
Yeah, right.
I don't know, is diesel the good one? I don't even know. I don't trust the Germans. Oh. Sexy Germans. They are real dirty, man. There's got to be some shame involved with those people. There's a lot of fucking poo-poo and pee-pee in their pornography. Seriously, man. I mean, it's like, I don't want to stereotype, but I am a comedian, so that's kind of half my job. But what is it with the fucking kraut porn, man? I mean, I get it. Do we call them krauts because they eat cabbage? Is that where all the shit comes into play? I don't even know. Damn. I am a West Coast Reform Jew, which is like the least Jewish you can be without being Madonna. And she bought that fucking yarn and shit. I don't even know what she's into some shit that other Jews aren't into. But here's the thing: like when I was a kid, I actually realized how cynical my own religion was, because I don't know if you know this, but Jews are real big. Rabbis are real big on taxonomy. They like to categorize shit. And when I realized that demons aren't categorized as kosher or non-kosher, I was like, these motherfuckers don't believe in demons at all. Because rabbis categorize zebra. Yeah, that's right. Zebra, giraffe, kosher, by the way. Zebra, kosher, by the way. Platypus, kosher, by the way. But demons, nothing. And we knew about demons a lot earlier than fucking zebras and definitely fucking koalas and platypuses. By the way, don't be a monotreme. That's fucking bullshit. Pick something. Fucking monotreme. That's platypuses for you uneducated bastards. Monotremes. A monotreme. We're going to buy a monotreme. Simpsons, coming to the stage is our headline comedians for this evening. Oh my goodness. I am so happy to be bringing this guy. He always brings the thunder. He occasionally brings a very attractive person with him. Not tonight, though. I'm kind of... Did you break up with that chick? Did you break...
Tonight, baby.
Oh, he's single tonight. He is single, ready to mingle. Get ready to tingle. Let's give it up for Malik!
Like always, I'm gonna keep this drink in my hand. Both right, you was holding this like an old swing singer. I wanted to do that, like, you know what I mean? Because lately I've been working on my confidence, you know what I mean? I know I'm a large black man, I should have a lot of confidence, but I'm feeling like a one out of Ratatouille. I ain't saying I'm a snitch on y'all, I'm just saying I need more confidence. Like, I've been looking for role models. It's kind of old in my life, but I've been looking for role models, man. Like, you know what I mean? Mike Tyson. I'ma fuck you till you love me. Faggot. I need that type of motherfucking confidence, man. I'm saying, cause I ain't never just walk up to bitch like, bitch, after I get done fucking you, you gonna get Stockholm Syndrome, a mental disability to not live with me. No matter where you go, I need that type of confidence. Before I got here, I was riding with my roommate. I'm a Christian, but I love mythology of any sort. So we were sitting there talking about the Greeks and how there's a lot of incest. And it was like, that shit permeates deep. Greeks, y'all white, pretty much. So yeah, I'm not saying y'all bred motherfuckers are inbred, but god damn it, it's not that weird. Because most of the times the stories, it was like, hey man, you just raped my sister? And they took it as something like, hell yeah. Well, you gonna fuck my cousin? Hell yeah. I'm just saying, that's the type of confidence I need. You know what I'm talking about? Now, circling back to me, goddammit. I told myself I was gonna stop drinking when I get on these mics and start writing some shit, but fuck it. Look. I tried to tell a joke to a bitch. Excuse my language. The bitch was like, hey, tell me a joke. And I was like, I grew up in a house with 5 bitches. She was like, why you gotta call them bitches? And the husband came in, yeah. Why you gotta talk so ghetto? Bitch, that's why, bitch. You gonna keep breaking apart this joke, you gonna let me get to the end of this motherfucker. What the hell is wrong with you? God damn. I got a problem that most of y'all don't have. I look at your head, you probably bald, you receding, I see you. I'm not knocking shit on you. I'm just saying, when I go to get my hair done, it's usually in the hood by a bitch without a professional chair. You sit in them super cuts or something in the middle of the mall. I know, motherfucker, that's a middle of the mall haircut. Don't play with me. Now, when I go over to their houses, it be like, hey, you got $25? Like, hell yeah. You come on over, sit down, baby. The first 2 braids go good. She be like, ah, shit, you got the nappies here. I seen it says roots. It says roots. And I'm like, bitch, it ain't got to be all that. And then suddenly a dude busts through the door. Boom! Hey, what's good, nigga? What you buying, cuz? What you crying, son? Man, down! Where you from? I'm saying, right now I'm from your house. Nah, I said, fuck all that shit. Where you from? I'm from Louisiana. What you buying, cuz? I'm just trying to get my hair done. I got some weed, some coke. You cool? Say, alright. I ain't never seen white people walk up to other white people and say, hey, you ain't a Peckerwood? You ain't Walsh? You ain't a white Anglo-Saxon and Presbyterian? I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. When I go to the grocery store and buy the wrong apple, it's like, hey, blood, hey, slime, say 5. Put that shit down. You better big back and be cool, motherfucker. Excuse me, boo, before I stab your ass. I don't know how much time I got, 3 minutes? Well, fuck it, look here. God damn. I told myself I would stop drinking before I get up on these bitches, man. I've been thinking about some things lately, you know what I mean? I really like big old areolas. Bigger than the titty areolas. You don't know how much that little bullseye affect me. I'd be like, God damn, if I was a wasp or a bee, I'd sting that bitch and die. Usually, I love midgets, but right now, big areolas and giant bitches. I'm talking bitches, talking like 6'9" in this motherfucker. I need to step through a ladder and an escalator just to get up in the pussy. Excuse my language, excuse my French. Le bon temps brûlé. Let the good times roll in this motherfucker. So as we keep going, you right there, what's your name? You see I almost folded, you pissed off at me, motherfucker. Don't look like that. Say what your name is.
Talon.
Donald?
Talon.
Talon? You Donald Duck now. Fuck that shit. You fucked up the first time. Talon, where you from?
Battleground.
God damn, you seem like you from the heart. Occasionally, you seem like you from Texas than a motherfucker. How many AR-15s you got in your house? You was mad when they said you couldn't hold, when you couldn't put one in the bump stock of your shotgun? I know it. I got one too in that motherfucker. Look here. Look here. I'm from the South, and let me tell you this one story. I know a dude blacker than charcoal, and his only dream in life, can you guess what it was? Was to live in the bayous. He wore Confederate flags everywhere. He only hung out with white people. And I was like, hey, bro, you sure about that? You know where you from, now? You from the pride of Cajun land. People ain't got but 2 teeth in their front mouth. We burn sugar cane during the season. You sure you want to do that? He told me, look here, I'm 6'4", 240 pounds, all muscle. I don't give a goddamn about the crawdads, baby. He ended up getting shanked last year. He's still friends with them. They took a picture, all of them in their white hoods. And I wish he was in my hood because I would have taught him different. But you know what I mean? My name Malik. It's nice to be here. Thank you.
Let's get it going for Malik, everybody. Oh my goodness, you guys. It has been so fabulous having you out here in the HotBox. I want to thank you all for coming out. Welcome to first timers. I hope to see you back again here sometime. I want to see the regulars back here again many times as well. I guess I'll leave you with something. People are perplexed right now, man. We're all over the map, man. This shit in the Middle East is upsetting, and I just think about, like, I try to relate our foreign policy to kind of shit that we can relate to as individuals. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there's 380 million people, and we're behind all this stuff. But, like, how do you break that down to some situation that a regular person can relate to? And I think I summed it up like this. Remember when you were 16 and you go to the waterfront with 4 friends of yours and you beat the fuck out of a tourist and you take their money? And it wasn't wrong because you shared your money with your 4 friends? That's United States foreign policy in a nutshell. That's just, you know, that's how we do it. If you want to look up and we'll read about it more. And by the way, if you feel sincerely that we're in danger, that we needed to fucking missile attack somebody, well, then I would expect you to join the fucking Marines tomorrow and do that shit. People get mad at Greta because they're like, well, she dropped out of school and she's doing all this, and I'm like, she genuinely believes the fucking Earth's coming to an end. Why would you go to home economics if you think this motherfucker's gonna be over, man? Do I need to learn how to make a fucking trivet? What, is a trivet going to keep me from drowning when the fucking tides come up? I don't actually know what a trivet is. I mean, I know we made some with glue and scraps, but I don't remember I think it was a pothole. I don't know what the fuck a trivet is. I should have dropped, when I dropped out of school, I should have maybe saved the Earth. I just fucked off and got a job at Burger King. Got fucked by a fucking DJ. So if there's anything I want to leave you with, it's, you know, 1, our foreign policy is shameful. 2, if somebody offers you drugs, don't just take them, all right? Wait for them to take the drugs. And if they have a good time, take the drugs. And if they pass out, they're probably going to rape you. So I guess rape them or something. I don't know. Teach them a lesson. Maybe pull their pants down, shit in their pants, and pull their pants back up. That seems like a good prank to play on somebody. Who shit my pants? I've played that game with myself a number of times. It's always entertaining. And I've never raped anybody, so shit your pants. I think it prevents rape. I don't know how logic works, you guys. We want to thank you once again for coming out of the HotBox. Look online, HotBox Comedy. On Facebook, the HotBox Comedy Network. We're always doing... It's not really much better than anything you saw here tonight. It's hard, honestly. But damn, you were fabulous. Well, I love you all so much for coming out. Ave, Hotboxers, and good night.
She's the bearded lady of Avenue A. That's the way God planned it. That's the way. That's the way God planned it. That's the way. That's the way God planned it. That's the way. That's the way.
Let's do this shit for real. Come on now.